What's going on, y'all? All right, let's do another Zeph Daniels narration. Just caught a really good segment of his. I said, let me go ahead and do this because he's talking about some good stuff. All right, so let's do it. I think it's going to be like 10, 12 minutes. If I can get it working.
Relationship with God through Jesus. And whether you believe or not, you're just going to have to start praying in Jesus' name anyway and hope something sticks, because that's the one that can fight this battle. The whole point is you can't fight it by running around after him. You can't fight it by trying to throw him in jail. You can't fight it by taking videotape of them and tracking them and all this stuff, because it's a fluid reality. It keeps changing, so you can never nail it down. And that's one thing I've seen. A lot of people going around trying to videotape, and it's just that they don't get anywhere. They don't get convictions. It doesn't happen. It's not adjudicatable the way we adjudicate things. It has to be the Lord that judges. It's got to be the Lord that puts it away. The Lord has to create the path for you. You can't create your own path. You're like a baby. We're all like babies here. We're all like babies. We're not like adults that can forge a path. We can't do it. It has to be, God has to carry us. And that's just the way it's got to be. But he's not going to carry you if you don't want to be carried. With our free will, we can say, Lord, please take me and change my life. I just want to be your will. I just want to be in your will. I just want to be in your will. And that's the best place to be. And in fact, I can't imagine a better place to be in any configuration of reality than with God. And then, of course, what happens with the perpetrators? Okay. They say, Zeph, why do you laugh at these people when you see them out there in public? It's not that I laugh. It's that I'm not afraid. Why are you? I used to be very afraid. I used to run and hide. But there is no place to run, and there is no place to hide. When you start doing that, they bully you all the more. They kick you all over the place. And then, of course, the real people never kicked you, but, they just want you to go maybe shoot somebody. Maybe you're going to find that guy that did this to you. And some can be very violent. Some can burn your house down. Some can kill all your children. A lot of people think that somebody made my daughter jump off the, bridge just to get to me,
Yeah, can y'all believe this? Zeph Daniels, his daughter, actually committed suicide. When I first started listening to Zeph Daniels, I probably found that out about two months in after listening to him. And can y'all imagine that, man? This guy, obviously he sounds very intelligent. His daughter commits suicide, if that's what really happened. We don't know what kind of mind control tech that they actually got out here, guys. But all I can think of is, how could a guy like this, how could his daughter commit suicide? I don't understand the full detail of it. I don't think he's going to talk about that, But the fact that somebody that's this awake, like Zeph Daniels, and his daughter committed suicide, that's the thing that bothers me about, having relationships with people. One thing is good about so-called being alone, isolated, is I don't have to have all these emotional attachments to people. Because the devil, if he can't get to you, he'll use those close to you. Let me tell you, I'll bear witness to this, guys, my whole life. If he cannot get to you, he's going to get to that person you sleeping in the bed with, or somebody under your roof. He'll get to you somehow. But that's terrible. His daughter committed suicide, and that's the whole thing about having children too. Is like, in a world like this, man, where you're not actually allowed to thrive, having children. At this point guys, I'm like, why would I have children? Doesn't make any sense. Everything is expensive now. I told y'all they charging $17 for a hot dog and a milkshake at this one place. Food has went up 30%. I don't know if y'all noticed that. People paying $30 to get a burger and fries delivered to their door. Guys, does that sound like the type of environment to be having children? Not unless you plan on being on welfare.
And that can happen. You know, of course it can happen. She jumped off the bridge. It did get to me. It did pretty much ruin my life.
And you know what's so crazy? I heard videos of him. When I first started listening to Zeph Daniels, I heard the videos that I was listening to was like from a few years ago. And he was so proud of his daughter. Like, he was so happy that he had a daughter, you know, because I think he had her in his later years. I think this guy is like in his 60s right now. He's like in his 60s, late 60s. And I mean, man, to have something like that happen to you guys, I can't even imagine. But he used to talk about how happy he was with his daughter. And all of a sudden I was listening to one podcast and he was talking about his daughter committed suicide. I'm like, yo, I thought his daughter was alive. Turned out that's because I was listening to older podcasts. I just thought that was one of the most terrible things I have ever heard. You could tell, I mean, an individual this intelligent, for something like that to happen to, I mean, just, oh my God, man.
Well, I had to go on, you know, and
oh my goodness.
all of that was part of the same game that's been waged against me from the beginning. The same thing. And why are they against me? It's because I didn't come from, you know, I'm not a clone. I didn't, you know, come from, you know, it's kind of like who you are is what determines whether you're targeted or not. And if you're a child of the Most High God, you definitely are targeted, and you're definitely are going to be persecuted. And everyone that is a child of the Most High is targeted. They may not call it that, but they also have a lot of unfair, horrible things happen. People spy on them. In my case, I had minders and spies when I was 2, when I was 3, when I was 4, when I was 5. This stuff started that early in my life. You know something? Most of those people were not real. But I've had to contend with them all these years. You know, the watchers. And if you look in their eyes, there's an intelligence behind there that's not them. It's something else looking through their eyes, watching. And they watch you.
Guys, I see these type of people. I told y'all the demons like to sit at the back of the restaurants. You know, guys, people who sit and eat at these fast food places, they some weirdos, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all want to know what some really weirdos type people is? Man, go to like a Chipotle or a Panda and look at the person who's sitting by themselves at the back of the restaurant. They're very, very creepy people. They be eyeing me before I even walk through the door. I see them. That's why I told y'all, I said they demons. I said they straight up demons. You know, it's a lot of cops sit at the back of the restaurant too. These people are weird, y'all. I'm not talking about like your average restaurant, like sit down restaurant. I'm talking about like one of these, you know, bottom feeder type places like Chipotle and Panda. I'm talking the people who, and I mean, guys, I'm telling y'all, man, I delivered a Panda today, and I'm telling y'all, man, everybody that eat this food is weird as hell, y'all. I swear to God, y'all. Everybody I run up on that eat that Panda is a goddamn demon. Every single last one of them. I don't know how this works out. I don't know when exactly I started noticing that, but I notice it now. And I mean, every single person, guys. I'm still waiting to run into one person that's normal, that eats Panda Express. Guys, I haven't ran into them. It's all demonic people. But yeah, these monitoring spirits, I mean, these are demons, man. I mean, and it's so crazy. These are the same people, the people who monitoring and watching everything the chosen ones do. These are the same people who gaslight you and undermine you and do all these shenanigans. Yet they watching everything you do. These are the people who won't give you no credit. These are the people who undermine you, gaslight you, act like they don't see you, don't talk to you in person. Yet they're watching every single thing you do. Isn't that insane?
And I think they watch you if you're ever going to do anything in the future where God allows you to do it and they can't touch you. They're going to watch you all the way up until that event, and maybe in the hopes they can sway you from finalizing your duty here, which is, we come here to thwart the enemy, and the way we thwart the enemy is by turning to the Most High God with our faith in Jesus, and we are transformed into these beings of light, and that's what they're worried about. But on the other hand, they don't have control over that. They're not going.
Well, I guess y'all can say it's too late for me. I didn't transform into a being of light. Now these motherfuckers on the run. Y'all best believe it. They couldn't stop me from transforming into a being of light. They were unsuccessful with that.
Going to stop us from fulfilling our destiny. They're not going to stop us from being who we already are. They're playing a losing battle. That's why I say they lose. The lizards of David Icke, the archons of other people, the demons, the cult practitioners, the Satanists, the people that keep thinking that this is the way. There is no way. That way leads to death. The only thing that leads to life is the Alpha and the Omega, the first and last, the living water that is available to anyone to drink freely, whoever desires it. That's eternal life, and that's available to us, but it's not really available to them because they've already made their decision to basically worship death. That people of the earth, the people of Satan, the people of the minders, and all those people, they're in a death cult. And, what they don't understand is the death that they're in the cult about is their own. Because the people that they're targeting are never going to die. Isn't that funny? Isn't that ironic, huh? They're never going to die. It's like targeting, wanting the sun to die tomorrow. So you're targeting it. You're gonna give it the evil eye, and it's gonna just explode or something. And then it doesn't. It just stays there day after day. Yeah, the eternal ones, i.e., children of the Most High God, will just persist.
Well, y'all know they say y'all know what the definition of insanity is. It's doing the same thing over and over with no results. These people are the mortals that are obsessed with the immortals.
Day after day after day, they'll die to their outer bodies, but then they go on with the Lord. And, they are the energy source. They are the creators of the world, of the worlds, of the realms, of everything that is created. And they will continue in their, and even if the sun dies and the moon and the stars and all that, then they continue on anyway and something else is created. It never stops. It never has. It never will. When you align with that, that's life. But when you align with death, then those things fall away and they just burn up, and that's the end of them. And there's no mind, no thought about them. It's like they never existed really in the first place. It's just part of a process. An impersonal process, by the way, in the end. I've been praying for some of you out there that are having troubles right now finding peace. And because some of you are very intelligent, you think too much. You're thinking a lot about things and about who's trying to betray you and all that. But I'm praying for there to be a quiet peace. Just a point of rest. Because I think that really needs to happen. There needs to be a point of rest from all this. And, no, you don't have to figure it out. But I think one of the big problems that the sort of TI community has had is it's been so much emphasis has been on it's just sad what's happened to it all on YouTube. It's really been a YouTube thing. It's almost like it's a sad situation that all the bickering and everything has ruined it as a subject. But the topic will go on because these things happen. I experienced it not that long ago. A very, a group kind of thing that was really coming out of a hive mind, and they intended to hurt us real bad. And, it wasn't really based on technology. It was just based on that. It was based on witchcraft more, but it was the same thing of targeting and using the demon legion as a way to do it. And, try to channel that. And then, just tremendous forces. And, they failed in the end because the Most High God prevailed. So they failed. It was painful, though. It turned into a real war. So I've had, pretty much hand-to-hand combat within the last, year or two. The same way I've had it throughout my life, which, total spiritual warfare. But that's the only way you can really defeat the gang stalking. Now, if you, there are people that go out and they kill their perpetrators. Or they have them killed. I've seen that too. But all those people, it pops up again somewhere else.
Yeah, these people, the perpetrators, are the walking dead. They're already dead. You understand? The perpetrators, you gotta already be dead to sit there and gang stalk people. Watch everything everybody doing. This person is dead. They're looking at everybody except themselves. That's the walking dead. Hold on.
If they haven't gone to jail for murder, which is the other thing, you're taken out of society. So not a good idea. We don't advocate violence against others or self. Suicide doesn't work because you're going to keep facing it. It's just a thing that you have to overcome, And if you could just see it as macro, that, you're micro, but you are also the macro. When you overcome it within yourself, it's overcome outside of you as well. Have you ever noticed that? How the way you're feeling about yourself changes the events that happen to you? Have you noticed that, folks? Well, it's something like that, but with a strong faith, you can always mitigate. A strong, when I see people being kicked around or people being followed or harassed or, really having trouble, it's sometimes, and this is not a criticism, but they need more faith in Jesus. They just need more faith, that's all. And, you can listen and you can understand and you can recommend things. And they can say, look what those people are doing. We should get, you going out and getting those people isn't going to do it. Because those people don't even know they're involved in it. Those people aren't even really the ones that are doing it. It's someone else. But they look like those people. I understand. Yes, it's the technology that they have to do this is so advanced, okay? I said there's no advanced technology, not in man's terms. It's so advanced that people can't understand it, can't comprehend it. They can switch whole worlds out on you. This Chinese thing is gaslighting and gang stalking. And it can be switched out tomorrow. We got in this configuration. They switched it in on us. It's impossible. The thing we're going through right now cannot happen. It cannot happen. Absolutely didn't happen. And now we're suffering under it, aren't we? Well, the next step is contact tracing to be a totalitarian surveillance, right? Door to door, tattletales, hauling people off to. They're doing it here in New Mexico. They're hauling people off to shelters for their own good. Oh, too many beds in the hospital. We better take them to the shelter. Where's that? Well, it used to be called a FEMA camp, but now it's being called a shelter. Hello? Ring a bell, anybody? Death camps. Ha ha ha. If you don't want it, then turn to the Most High God. If you do want it, keep on going in your own mind, and you will for sure run into the Gestapo, and they will throw your ass in the gas chamber. Yeah, absolutely. They want us dead. They've already killed more people than Stalin. They've already killed more people than Hitler. They've already killed more people. That killing the United States is not a big deal. They want us dead, and the people they're locking us down,
it's so obvious, guys. Y'all always hear me talking about that the Americans are on a slow kill. Okay, they're on a slow kill. The people that are over here in America right now that are thriving don't have to pay bills, guys. They're actually living for free. And when you keep having rising prices, inflation enslaves you, and slavery kills you eventually from the if it don't get you from the stress. Like I said, they got so-called middle class people who work hard. They letting all the criminals out and putting them around, somebody like me who will go. Well, not like me, because y'all know I don't sign no leashes, but I'm saying like somebody who's working every day and living. It don't matter if you live in a weekly apartment or a regular apartment. You're going to be targeted if you're an American, because they're letting all these criminals out and putting them around all the people that they want undone. And these people that they letting out, we know they under MK mind control. If not, they clones. You understand what I'm saying? These people that go into the prison system, and they let them out, they probably clones. Bobby talks about that too. When you go in the prison system, you get cloned. Once you get in that prison system, that's your ass, the person. And if you come out, that ain't the same person anymore. That's their clone. And they send them right on out to the people, put them in the communities of the people that they want destroyed. And then now it's not just black. It's if you want they want all Americans done. They want us out of here, guys.
Want you dead. Does that make sense? They've already decided to kill you, folks. They've already decided to kill you, folks.
Well, and your average American don't want to talk about this for some reason. You bring this up, they look at you like something wrong with you, like you crazy. You understand what I'm saying? He's like, y'all don't see what's happening. Y'all don't see the rising cost of these food prices, the rising cost of the rent prices, the rising cost of taxes on your property. All the people that are getting their jobs are like immigrants. Y'all don't see that happening. What the hell y'all think they doing with these Americans? What do you think was going on? What do you think we just not trying? Oh my goodness! Oh man. Americans are on a slow kill protocol, period.
You're Eric Garcetti, Gavin Newsom, Michelle Lujan Grisham, that Whitmer and the others. They've decided, they work for the Chinese, they have decided to kill you. That's the real story. And that's why they lock you down. It's not that they're going to ever let you out. They're not. They've decided to kill you. The only way you're going to get Gavin Newsom, to get California.
By the way, Gavin Newsom, he's all those people that allegedly like died in the Nicole. Y'all remember the whole O.J. Simpson thing? None of those people ever died. Nicole Simpson is still alive. I can't remember who that is. I have to make a whole nother video about this. All those people are still alive, guys. And Bobby Hemmett said they clones. All those people in the O.J. Simpson trials clones. I remember one time in Vegas, I picked up Robert Shapiro, and when I looked at his picture, I thought I took him to some mansion. I told y'all I done a lot of shit, man. Yes, I picked up Robert Shapiro. Y'all hear what I'm saying? He used to have his phone number. But when he got out of the car and I dropped him off at this mansion place where all these black SUVs was pulling, it was a strange place. When I looked up his picture on Google, I said, man, that don't look like the same guy who was in the back seat. But Gavin Newsom, I forget who is Gavin. I can't think right now, guys. Gavin Newsom is one of those characters in the O.J. Simpson trial. He's Nicole. I forget the guy's name. I can't remember. And then I'm gonna talk to y'all about. I'm gonna show y'all proof that Don King is Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. is still alive, guys, and his name is Don King. Boy, I tell y'all, most people, guys, have no freaking clue about what is up and down, left or right in this place. They have no clue. We're gonna talk about all that stuff later, though. Let's continue.
Back on track is to take that guy out, and I don't mean to kill him. I mean just Get him arrested. Do something. Find a context to deal with him. Because he's obviously a traitor. So you've got that, but you have to find out a way to work that. He needs to be removed from office, though, ASAP, or California, you're going to have so many suicides, you're not going to know where to put all the bodies. So the guy's killing people through suicide. He's gaslighting the entire state. He is the gang stalker in California.
Let me tell y'all something about these immigrants that come over here. When I say immigrants, I'm not just talking about Mexicans. Guys, there's people, I never thought I'd see the day where I go into these restaurants and the people who work in there don't speak a lick of English. I never thought I'd see the day. Damn, I kind of lost my thought what I was going to say. Hold on.
California. He's got minions out there like she does, like this.
Oh, and then when you let these immigrants in the country, y'all don't know those could be clones. Y'all don't know who these people is they letting in this country. I told y'all the other day, some dude from Kazakhstan, and these people be coming over here and they're in their late 40s. You think they're going to have an allegiance to you and they come over here and sold their soul in their late 40s to come be a slave over here? And they'll do anything for a low-paying job? Man, bringing these people in here that then lowered our standard of living so much, guys, it's unbelievable. Got the whole world wanting to be over here in America. That's crazy. That's how you know this place is Babylon. You know this place is Egypt. But yeah, we don't know who these people is coming over here. They could be cloned. You don't know who these people is that they letting in this country and what assignment. They could be sleeper cells and all type of shit like that.
In here, and they're spying on everybody on social media. Knowing where they live, planning to round them up, take them to the camp. Oh, they just died. I don't know what happened. They're having troubles right now finding peace.
See.
And because some of you are very intelligent, you think too much. You're thinking a lot about things and about who's trying to betray you and all that. But too many beds in the hospital. We better take them to the shelter. Where's that? Well, it used to be called a FEMA camp, but now it's being called a shelter. Hello? Ring a bell, anybody? Death camps. Ha ha ha. If you don't want it, then turn to the Most High God. If you do.
The crazy thing about the word hospital does not mean someplace that you go to get well. The word hospital means somewhere that you go to die.
You want to keep on going in your own mind, and you will for sure run into the Gestapo, and they will throw your ass in the gas chamber. Yeah, absolutely. They want us dead. They've already killed more people than Stalin. They've already killed more people than Hitler. They've already killed more people. That killing the United States is not a big deal. They want us dead. And the people that are locking us down, they want you dead. Does that make sense? They've already decided to kill you, folks. They've already decided to kill you, folks. You're Eric Garcetti.
I walked into a CVS the other day, guys, and it was one of those things. Should I buy a snack? Guys, I went down every single aisle. It's all poison. All the candies are poison. All the nuts are poison. All the drinks are poison. Almost, I would say 95% of the food, you walk into these little stores, convenience stores, whether it's a Walgreens, CVS, 7-Eleven, 95% of this food is straight up poison. I said, good God Almighty,
Gavin Newsom, Michelle Lujan Grisham, that Whitmer and the others, they've decided, they work for the Chinese, they have decided to kill you. That's the real story. And that's why they lock you down. it's not that they're going to ever let you out. They're not. They've decided to kill you. The only way you're going to get Gavin Newsom, to get California back on track is to take that guy out. And I don't mean to kill him. I mean just get him arrested, do something, find a context to deal with him, because he's obviously a traitor. So you've got that, but you have to find out a way to work that. He needs to be removed from office, though, ASAP, or California, you're going to have somebody.
Yeah, that's the point I wanted to make, because I got kind of sidetracked when I started talking about the Kazakhstan. So this guy from Kazakhstan, he tells me he thinks moving to California is going to make his life better. I said, man, you bring all these dumbass people in here that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. What you think gonna happen to Americans? I had to tell this dude, I said, don't move to no goddamn California unless you ready to die. That's the IQ of the people that they let in this country. Somebody who thinks that going to California is going to improve their life. This shit is done, man.
Suicide, you're not going to know where to put all the bodies. So the guy's killing people through suicide. He's gaslighting the entire state. He is the gang stalker in California. He's got minions out there like she does, like this woman here, and they're spying on everybody on social media. Knowing where they live, planning to round them up, take them to the camp. Oh, they just died. I don't know what happened. I guess COVID got loose in here. See what I mean? They want you dead. And there's just no other answer. They want you dead. In California, film production is wide open.
And that's the whole thing. When you want to talk about, gang stalkers, we're talking about other Americans, gang stalking other Americans. The people that's watching Chosen Ones, they being watched themselves. The people that's plotting on the Chosen Ones, they being plotted on themselves. That's what's so weird about the whole situation. The same thing that they doing to the Chosen Ones is being done to them. And most of these people who mess with the Chosen Ones, most of these people don't even live healthy lifestyles. They're on a suicide mission, most of them.
You don't even have to wear a mask if you're involved in that. Same in New Mexico, it's wide open. Well, this place, the little ladies are shivering in the snow, trying to get their medication. The spoiled film community is wide open. Anyone can do anything they want, right? Because that's the Chinese rule. That's their propaganda machine. You got one movie here that's already nothing. It's Netflix's Jay-Z's movie. It's already a zero, a nothing burger. You've got...
Yeah, just to let y'all know, Zeph Daniels, he's actually a filmmaker. He has small films out. I haven't had a chance to watch him yet, but he's like an independent film maker.
These kind of like Blumhouse movies coming out like Freaky with Vince Vaughn to try to pacify the people that are still able to go to the theaters. You've got AMC on the verge of bankruptcy, and we're hoping they don't go bankrupt because we'd like to put our movie in their theaters. And you've got this precarious situation, but the focus, listen, in the end, if you see the United States locked down, but not Europe, and not Asia, and nowhere else, then you understand, right? Then you're going to understand. Cuomo is never going to let New York live. He already killed 6,000. He wants to go for millions. Chinese want New York. The Chinese want LA.
I still got a lot of videos to show y'all about New York. I got a lot of things to show you guys. As soon as I start showing y'all Vegas, like, oh yeah, I got to show them this video from New York. Oh man, guys, coming from Cambodia and arriving in New York City and being forced to live there for 2 years is something that I would like to forget. That place was hell, y'all. New York. That place was hell. And the situation that they had going on with the scamdemic, some stuff about what was going on over there I haven't even told y'all about. Just don't want to talk about it. Just trying to just the only thing I remember good about New York is the pizza and the lamb over rice with white sauce. That was the only thing good about New York. I was gonna say something. Hold on.
Yeah, Chinese one up there in Michigan, up in that area, up in Michigan.
Yeah, the Chinese guys, they got their own police stations in New York. The China, you know what I'm saying? The Chinese got their own police stations. I told y'all how they own this property where it's like a city on top of a roof. China, New York is China, guys. China owns New York City. I'm telling y'all. I worked around them. I worked out of Queens, New York, the place where Trump was born. Guys, I'm telling y'all, guys, I have so many stories that I have not told y'all yet. I got stories about y'all remember that Las Vegas shooting? I had took some twins, these white chick twin girls. Man, I wish I still had their pictures because they was wearing like a military style shirt. Come to find out, I think I had drove some gang stalkers who I was working with at a limousine company, and I drove these two females to that Las Vegas so-called shooting incident. I got a video on YouTube when I'm explaining to y'all what happened that day. Yes, I was around the area when the whole Las Vegas shooting incident happened, guys. And I had got invited to go there, but I was tired. I remember I had a really bad headache that day. You know, a lot of times, guys, I notice when people have invited me places that I wasn't supposed to be, always, it's like some kind of strange headache I would have. Every single time. I can think about when somebody invited me somewhere that I found out later it's a good thing I didn't go. I was always because I had some headache. Yes, I was there. I was almost at the Las Vegas shooting event, guys. I tell you, I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. Why y'all think God want me talking to y'all on YouTube? This ain't all fun and games. Oh, look at me be narcissistic. Guys, I've been guys, I'm telling y'all see, I got stories for y'all on a backdrop. Like, damn, y'all gonna be like, damn, dude, like, where the fuck have you not been? Damn, you know what I mean?
An area. They're already teach you Mandarin, Gretchen Whitmer territory. Yeah, that's what they want. They want Seattle. They want
Trump's children are being taught Mandarin by Trump's nanny, whose name is Gigi, which means 19. XI, right? But allegedly he's against China and for us. It's all BS. He's teaching his children Mandarin because he knows what's coming. He knows what's here.
And they're coming to get it. And the mayors and the governors are turning you over to them. And they want you dead. That's the best way I can describe it. They got away with a COVID attack because there are no patriots here anymore in D.C. They all work for the Chinese. They're all bought and paid for by the Chinese, just like China Joe and Kamala Harris and, you know, Mitt Romney and, you know, McCain was and Obama and the Bushes. And notice the Republicans and Democrats, they're all in the same club. They all sold you out to the Chinese. Now, the next thing coming in is mass surveillance. And that is mass, you know, Stasi gang stalking, but it's mainstream now. The targeted individuals are more the pioneers. They're the ones who are getting it first, but it's being rolled out to the entire world. Have you noticed it? Yes. Most of you that are targeted notice that the same treatment you've gotten is going out to everybody.
That's what I just said. That's what
it's not the same treatment. Again, there's like a supernatural component, you know, a ultra natural component to it. But there is basically the roots of it get back to the basic good old, you know, Stasi police state tactics. Mm-hmm. Also create stalking of people in a very terrestrial manner. And of course, the new thing now is, I mean, not the new thing, but
the people that are busy stalking the chosen ones are actually being more stalked than the chosen ones. Go figure that.
Right now, I guess, is using poisons. That's the popular thing today. Poison, in other words, gets you targeted and then gets you slowly poisoned, you know, while cooking you and then poisoning and then eventually, you know, because they want maximum suffering before death. you know, and even in the hopes you'll renounce the Almighty God. So if you do that, then they win. That's the whole point, is to really harvest you before you're gone, and then they use that for power. Well, it's like a, you know, almost like a cheap sci-fi novel, isn't it? But the ones that are really doing the controlling, they hate human beings. They want all humanity dead. The real guys that the Klaus Schwabs have sold out to, they want all of humanity dead. They promised Klaus, you're gonna be a young man in eternity. Klaus is like is like Faust. You know what I mean?
So y'all see why I talk about, you know, why I'm not looking to marry and do all this stuff. And if I did get into a relationship, this woman, she better be like a Sarah Connor. Because if this woman, I do not have time to babysit no woman in no relationship. If I get into a relationship, this woman has got to know what the hell is going on out here. Otherwise, I'm just babysitting a child. And I don't got time to be babysitting nobody, y'all.
I mean, and it's almost like the Faust play again, the Faust story.
And this man is in his mid-60s, and he's talking about all this stuff. So nobody can say, hey, I'm paranoid or crazy. Here's this guy in his mid-60s telling y'all what's really going on. So can't nobody say, oh, you just paranoid. Well, you know, that's somebody who just don't want to wake up. Don't work too hard, guys. Don't work. That's all I can tell y'all. Don't work too hard. That's why I told women need to go back home where they belong. Stop working for these corporations. Stop allowing people to use you like a sponge. And women, thing that's crazy about women, I see all these women working in these kitchens. I'd be like, hey, you supposed to be working in my kitchen. Why are you working in somebody else's kitchen? Now, it's crazy for a woman to think that that's chauvinistic, because it's like, I don't want to obey no man, but you got to obey somebody. So let me get this straight. You'd rather obey a complete stranger. You'd rather serve a complete stranger than serve your husband. That's some backward ass shit when you think about it.
All right. You know, he's making a deal to turn over humanity, to destroy them all using COVID, to hurt everybody, to hurt and kill everybody. All the suicides are Klaus suicides now. He gets credit for all suicides. He is the guy that locked us down, all of us. And he wants everybody dead because he wants a post-human world, and he wants the singularity, which we already had before, and he wants again. Anyway, the targeted individuals will continue to be a thing. They are the only ones that actually know what's going on and can explain it to other people that are just starting to experience it for the first time, when they're being tracked and their credit cards are taken and their bank accounts are drained and their people have turned them in and they're getting, you know, set up.
So why these losers, these gang stalkers watching everything we doing, we sitting up here trying to figure out what to do, and these assholes and these losers spending all their energy looking at what we doing. Ridiculous.
For court dates when they didn't do anything wrong. That's all that's been happening to everybody. Being deplatformed off YouTube, that's all part of it too. Yep, they were coming around stalking me when I was trying to come up with I used my name Expand Aware to kind of try to slow it down. It did. And then I went to Z Media and boom, I got just pummeled. So I went back to Expand Aware, but I'm going back to the Zeph Report is what the name it'll be. Yeah, that's how I started. And you know, I guess I have a lot of gratitude toward Jesus Christ, because, you know, if I didn't have Jesus, I just wouldn't have made it this far. You know, Jesus has made, you know, not that it made my daughters think, okay, but he got me through it. I experienced it. And then, you know, I'm not through it, I guess, but he has me walking on 2 feet, you know, where I should have been, you know, just devastated forever. This is the kind of thing you don't get over when you bury your child.